And so if we talk about, is the hunt for the new manager at Old Trafford for the Red Giants, Manchester United at Old Trafford, has they got those new manager hunt too successful? I mean, Ineos is doing that job too good, because from Carrington, the Manchester United under 19 academy, no players can be seen rising for the past 5 to 7 years. So yes, take a depth into this video that how Manchester United are going to perform under Ruben Amorim, and their hunt for the new manager is going to end, or it is the dead pool which is coming for the Old Trafford. Hello guys, welcome back to another episode with FC RAMSAY, and this Monday night where we had those UEFA Nations League matches where with the likes of Guardiola as well as from those late penalties from Brand Zaragoza giving those win to Spain, as well as to those likes of Croatia getting those equalizers against Cristiano Ronaldo's Portugal. But what? Cristiano Ronaldo was not playing for Portugal, yes, because Portugal had already qualified for those UEFA Nations League for the next round. But yes, those were the undermining aspects, because Poland and Switzerland have got those relegations from the UEFA Nations League group. So that was all about the UEFA Nations League group, and this is the video where we are going into the depth of what is happening at Manchester United, and is Ruben Amorim the answer from Ineos to getting the Old Trafford, I mean the Red Giants, back to those roaring heights. But yes, first look at some glance of what is happening, because Virgil van Dijk as well as Frankie de Jong has just laid off from those squad, where Netherlands are going to face the last match of their group in the UEFA Nations League. And yes, Van Dijk is doing this for the second time. In the previous game week, he just got that red card and was back to Anfield for those training sessions, getting 1 week off time for preparations. And it is the same this week also. Van Dijk as well as the likes of Frankie de Jong, who has missed those 18 international matches for the Orange. I mean, Van Dijk and Frankie de Jong, they are just neglecting the UEFA Nations League matches for their own country. Representing a country is not much more likely for them. So that is for you fans to answer that whether Van Dijk and De Jong are doing that good, because yes, Netherlands are at the second position, whereas Germany is at the top. And yes, Germany under Julian Nagelsmann, they are doing those thrashing defeats for their opponents. And yes, he is building this squad which is under transition with the departure of many legendary players from the team in shaft, and he is looking, and his eyes are just sharp 2026 World Cup. So yes, that was all about the UEFA Nations League. And yes, Harry Kane, the English captain, he is also looking his eyes up for that 2026 World Cup under Thomas Tuchel, and he has made his statement very bold that he is not going to take his retirement, or he is not going to be off the pitch, because his eyes are looking sharp for the 2026 World Cup. But yes, it is still 2 years to go for it, and that is nothing concrete which can be said, because Thomas Tuchel, who will be taking over the reins from Lee Carsley, will definitely have a watch of what is the squad he is going to pick, because whether he is going for those reunions with Harry Kane from Bayern Munich and Thomas Tuchel, or he is going to make those changes, it will be a matter of time, which will definitely give some answers to it. And yes, more talking about United, it is Ruben Amorim's move to Manchester United, and these sparked rumors that Victor Gyökeres is going to be at the Old Trafford or not, because they are the likes of Arsenal as well as Bayern for this centre forward striker, who has been scoring those massive goals at Sporting CP as well as for his nation Sweden. So what is Victor Gyökeres looking up? The January transfers, I mean the winter transfers, or the next year's summer transfers, will definitely get a look into it, because Amorim, who would definitely want Gyökeres, but is Ineos going to support him or not? That will be a question to look out for. But yes, Robin van Persie, who has given his verdict on Arsenal return and those controversial Man United transfer back in the year 2012. But yes, Van Persie has just slammed that there is a huge role in United's 20th league title, and he is going to be the man behind it. So yes, Van Persie is also having his eyes on the aspects of Old Trafford, and he also wants those managerial jobs, because at present he is at SS Herniveen, and from the ATV say Feyenoord is that team from under 19. He was getting those managerial aspects from that. And yes, from his senior career, he was also from Feyenoord, then to Arsenal, being a veteran from 2004 to 2012. But yes, at United for those 3 to 4 years, he had those massive goals. But there was a conflict from the Arsenal fans, because they never wanted him to go to their arch rivals, that is the United. So yes, Van Persie going to take on the next job for the United or not? But it is the question if Ruben Amorim is not going to perform. But looking at the performance of Ruben Amorim, just have a look at it. He is 39 years from Portugal, playing his senior career from the likes of Benfica, Braga, and he was a veteran at Benfica for those many years. But yes, being the managerial role for Braga as well as now to Sporting CP, where he has got those trophies, leading Sporting CP to those Liga Portugal wins, but then also the Champions League win of Ruben Amorim is definitely the cause, because just have a look at over here at the Champions League. He has got those wins over Manchester City, Sturm Graz, PSV Eindhoven. That was an away match and he got that draw, as well as he got those wins against Lille. But yes, Lille got those victories against Real Madrid, and Lille are doing good in the Champions League. But just look 6 months back, where Ruben Amorim was in the Europa League and he was facing Atlanta, where he had a draw. Then with Sturm Graz he had a win, and yes, against Young Boys he had a draw. Atlanta he had a draw, and that was a loss against Gasperini's Atlanta. So yes, Ruben Amorim has been consistently failing against the likes of big managers when he is going to face. But yes, talking about the Super Cup of Portugal, where he faced those defeats against FC Porto. So yes, Ruben Amorim, is he going to make those changes at United, or he is going to make those big wins count for him, is definitely the talk of the town. Because look at the Manchester United academy. From here, the goalkeepers, only Tom Heaton is from their own academy, whereas Andre Onana as well as Bandy are not belonging to Manchester United and they are on some kind of transfers. So, but talking about their defenders, Johnny Evans is the sole man, as well as Harry Emas, only two defenders which Manchester United are having to boast of from their academies. While in the midfields, I mean, if you talk about, there is only Collier which you can boast of. But yes, then also he was from Brighton, as well as Kobe Manu can be a Manchester United academy if you can boast of. But yes, he is the player who is under injuries and playing in the midfields. He needs to have those physical strength to be present, whereas Mason Mount, Ugarte, Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes as well as Christian Eriksen are those veteran players from different academies. So that is definitely a hunt which Manchester United would definitely want under Ruben Amorim, to get those midfielders from their own academies. And what is Carrington doing? I mean, the Manchester Academy at Carrington, the greater Manchester from England, where are those talents? Because yes, that is Jose Mourinho already pointing that to work for United, being a manager, you have to work on those aspects, because if you are not getting those players from the academy, then it is definitely going to be a waste in the Premier League, and your expectations for the Europa League or the Champions League is definitely not going to be true. But then also Cristiano Ronaldo also pointing at the same. But apart from that, it was Van Nistelrooy getting this team motivated, and out of those 4 games which he was in charge of the Old Trafford, he got those 3 wins, and at Stamford Bridge against Chelsea he got that draw. But that draw wasn't a deserve, because it was the failure of those clinical finishings from the attackers as well as those center forwards from Manchester United, who just couldn't perform, and it resulted in a draw. But then also Van Nistelrooy did his job too good. But will that be the aspect of Ruben Amorim? Because the likes of Marcus Rashford on those forwards as well as that of Anthony and Garnacho, they are not looking good and they are not performing. But yes, Garnacho has got those 3 goals this season for Manchester United, whereas Rashford is still on that opening account. But will that be a true conversion? Will Ruben Amorim get these players converted, or it is the likes of Amad Diallo or Wheatley who is the sole player in those forwards from the Manchester United academy? Are they going to do it? So it is a overhaul, and Manchester United has to definitely do good. The Red Giants, they have to keep those roaring heights of success which they were having under Sir Alex Ferguson. There have been a constant 9 managerial changes for Old Trafford, and still they are not looking subtle. But yes, Ruben Amorim will be having his first game in charge of Manchester United this week, and that will be the watch. We will have a watch along of that, as well as the upcoming matches of the Premier League. So yes, that was all about this video, what Ruben Amorim is going to do and his stats. Do have your say in the comment section that what will be his future at Manchester United. Will Ruben Amorim be a success, or will he be the next Erik ten Hag on the lineup to come? Before ending this video, do give us those like, share and subscribe, and press the notification bells, and keep going. Bye bye.